Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. As you can see, I boated up here to the dam, and we really had some different generation combinations this year, being the fall, restrictions on what they could run through the turbines because of the low dissolved oxygen in the water, and high water this time of year is unusual. Beaver has dropped below 1128, but 1130 is their floodplain, and with a lot of rain coming in tonight. But today they're running one unit at 2,000 some odd CFS out of Table Rock, and they're running four gates, four spill gates. And the water yesterday coming out of the turbines was 59 degrees, and I'm taking it today. Over here on the gate side, it's 61 degrees coming out of the top of Table Rock, and the DO is 10.4, which is real good. As you can see, 61 degrees is only 2 degrees difference between the top of the lake at 130 foot down. That just means that Table Rock is real close to turning over. When the temperature on the top gets colder than the temperature down below, cold water is heavier than warm water, that it'll start mixing. We're supposed to get some teens and 30s, high 30s next week, so we should see a turn next week on Table Rock. So that's good for us. Our water won't be so clear for a while because it does stir up a lot of silt from the bottom of Table Rock. But at least the water coming out of the turbines will be high in oxygen. So, but we won't see any floodgates, and we like floodgates because it brings over threadfin shad, and fishing's good. So I'm going to throw a white jig and see what happens. I got to text Shane Bush, our biologist, and tell him. He asked me to take the temperature up here, so I did. It is Wednesday, the 6th of November. I'm going to do one cast. I've got a 3/32 ounce white jig with 4-pound line on. Throwing white because it should be shad up here. I've got the trolling motor on spot lock, so it's going to hold me here, but there's hardly any current over here in this corner. So I'm going to throw out the current. I have not thrown white jigs or shad flies since I've been back from Alaska. We did, with the fly rods, we used 32nd ounce white jigs. Oh, I missed one. Under a float yesterday. And did pretty good. I missed my chance to catch a fish on one cast. I'm milking it now. I missed him. But I don't know if I've probably said this, but this is the first time they run spill gates between September and December. They've never ran it since I've been here in October or November. It's just an unusual time to get so much rain. We got that one big flood in December, late December, a few years back. I'm going to get out in the current and drift a little bit. But for them to run one unit, we didn't get an email saying they were going to run floodgates today. We usually get one. But usually it's a safety deal where they'll send us an email saying they're going to run unusually high volume of water. This is not unusually high because they're only running one unit and some floodgates. So it's unusual that they're running one unit, 4 gates. My guess, and this is just an educated guess, I have no idea if this is true, but when they get a delivery of dissolved oxygen, liquid oxygen, they fill this big tank. It costs a lot of money to fill that tank. And they might be getting low on liquid oxygen and seeing that Table Rock probably will turn over next week and they're not going to need any more liquid oxygen until next summer. They might just decide to run water over the gates and not order that liquid oxygen and save them a bunch of money. Shane said that they might be doing some work on a turbine or 2 or 3. I don't know. I am surprised I'm not getting any bites. Still not really out in the current. I got pushed back out of the current. Here we go. Oh, I missed that one. Missed him. This is kind of a strange flow pattern. It keeps wanting to push me back over in that eddy. Spoons will work up here, I'm sure. White spoons. If you put a white jig under a float, you probably tear them up. We caught a lot of little fish up here yesterday. He is warm to the touch. I got him pretty good at the jaw. He's got a lot of energy since I've been out of the water. Should have fought a little harder, buddy. There you go. Oh, my jig kind of, I pulled a lot of it off, so I'm going to retie. You don't have to necessarily be right on the bottom. They'll come all the way to the surface if they see a shad. They're eating my clients, they were eating their white floats yesterday. Little bite. Nope, here's one. I missed that one too. I missed that one too. Guess I could turn the camera a little bit. They're biting tentative or I'm really slow. Yeah, I'm probably just slow. There's another one. That wasn't a bite. And that is a rock. I am going to put a jig on, a jig and float. I didn't break it off, but I'm still going to do that. Try it. Rained a little bit on the way up here. All right, 32nd ounce jig under a float. See if it do any better. Oh, I'm gonna turn this a little bit. Fish from right here after I drop my trolling motor. Excuse me. All right. That was awkward. Let's Try that again. I'm actually at a very awkward spot. I might throw on this other side. The water's really fast over here. So I'm gonna throw over here. Got to be some fish over on this side. You can move that floater once in a while, give that jig a little bit of life. Or you could probably just catch fish just floating it by itself. With no movement. Tell you what, this stinks. I'm about ready to put a jig back on and throw it. I think I'm going to. See what happens. Okay, tied on a sculpin ginger, brown head, 16th ounce. See if they like that a little better. Ten parts per million in oxygen is excellent. These fish should be jumping in the boat. .61 is a little warm for them, but it's sure not. It sure isn't going to hurt them, and it shouldn't deter them from feeding. That might have been bottom. We are supposed to get some rain later today, tonight, and tomorrow morning. Saying 3 to 4 inches. I don't know. What's worse is northwest Arkansas is supposed to get even more than we are, so. And Beaver Lake's already full. Oh, that was a fish, Phil. I even saw it. Didn't set the hook. Maybe. We hit that one close to the boat. line started taking off there. I think they're hitting this a little bit better than the white. They're still not biting like I thought they should, or they would. Oh, I think that was the bottom. It kind of felt like a tree. Couple more casts. I'm almost down to the chute. I'm past the boat ramp by quite a ways. Oh, the line took off on that one too. And he came back and got it. You showing off for the camera? He has escaped a heron. A heron grabbed him. That's what those marks are. He got away. Starting to get a little mist. All right, last cast. I'm gonna keep fishing, but I gotta turn the camera off. This one cast is pretty long. Short on fish. Okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off, turn it back on. If I catch a big fish, I'll put it on there on the end. Thanks for watching.